Welcome back once again if you just joined us. It's women in politics. I think our focus in the segment we take a look at the DA as well as the ANC Youth Leagues. Bona intsha ngabe abantu besifazane iphathe kanjani emsebenzini akasibukele.
Mbali Ntuli is a simple girl from KZN who's always been interested in politics and how she could really affect and bring change to her community and her country. I've always been passionate about it, and so through that way I've always been politicized. But my official entry into politics was only when I was in university. My mother would say that it started when I was in grade 2 when I met the Queen of England, and I found out what a queen does, and I thought that was a very cool thing to be able to do and influence people and change people's lives. But officially I started when I was at Rhodes University in my first year. There were some students that couldn't access financial aid, and we wanted to know how we could help them to do that. And I went and I spoke to some of the political parties, and the party that I work for now was the party that came back to us as young students with a credible way of actually finding out how to help their students. And then ngaphezu kwalokho nginomzala wayekhona ngambona ukuthi even though sasifanayo when I was in matric and wayefunda 6 kodwa yena wayekwazi ukwenza ibalo ngcono kunami engangisesikoleni engangikwatholi amathuba ukuthi ngenze kanjalo, and kwangiphatha kabi ukuthi umehluko phakathi kwethu kwawukuthi mina ngangiwatholi amanye amathuba yena engawatholanga, kodwa hayi ukuthi ngangila ngikhona ngoba ngiyingcono mina. And I wanted ukuthi wonke umuntu at least ekwazi ukuthola the opportunity yokuthi nayo sithonke siqale endaweni efanayo. Look, for me, obviously, I'm very inspired. I come from a party which has got very strong women. But even not in my party, even women in other parties and other political organizations that we see, I think, I don't want to say that women are collectively the same in the way that they approach leadership, but you do get a sense that there is a feeling of empowering women that come after them. And that's certainly how people like myself are feeling comfortable in the political, spectre at the moment, because strong women that have come before us who have had to fight for things that they never would have been able to get. And that leadership style is inspirational on one aspect and incredibly courageous. And I think that those women are now putting matters that affect women a lot on the table. And I'm not saying that men weren't able to do that, but sometimes it does take somebody who's been in that situation as a mother, as somebody who's building a community, as somebody who's building a family, to be able to bring that perspective into the political atmosphere. And so it's inspiring to those of us who are just getting into the political game. And I hope that my generation certainly is going to be doing the same for the women that come after us. I think ukuthi wonke abantu abasha abayithola esimeni njengawe, where we've come to the places where we want to be in our careers, we have a responsibility ukuthi laba sibabonayo ukuthi abakafiki lapho and kukhona izinto ezibamisayo ukuthi sibasize ukuthi awareness kulezo zinto ezisuke zibamisa ukuthi befike lapho. Mangabe ukuthi sikhuluma ngabantu abasuke beganga nokuthi kufanele ngabe bayasebenza, I think that that's a responsibility yethu sonke, hayi kuphela thina sodwa njengabantu abasha. But mina ngokwami ngizizwa ngine-hope eningi for abantu abasha ngoba esinye isikhundla sami ukuba usihlalo wentsha. And intsha eningi engiyibonayo manje ngibona ukuthi even though currently in our country kune-unemployment, kune-inequality, kune-poverty, uyabona ukuthi abantu abafunayo ukuthi bethole amathuba, they do want ukuthi besebenze, they are very hopeful, they are very resilient. And I think it's a characteristic ehlala ikhona abantu abasha buka izinto njengo-1976 ubuka manje across the world izinto ezenzekayo, abantu abasha bashintshe izinto ezenzekayo emazweni abo. And I think sekusele kancane ukuthi nathi as a youth generation la eSouth Africa ukuthi siqale ukuthi silethe lolo shintsho. Okwamanje sisacindezela ezinye abangukuthi as uhulumeni wethu and nathi sishintshe indlela esenza ngayo izinto more sizobona abantu bekwazi ukuthi besukume kahle.
Well, kungenza ngirealize ukuthi not only men have opportunity, but also women do have that say ukuthi we are women and then we stand by our roots, you know, activate ukuthi not amadoda kuphela ane-say but nabantu besifazane nabo bane-say bayakwazi ukucontrola bayakwazi ukwakha amakampani which is mostly expected from amadoda, but now kuyangikhombisa ukuthi nathi abantu besifazane sine-power.
Youth of South Africa, it's more challenging, yeah. In like, for example, like our sabereki, how any next second. At least how if ever only income at least you earn something or whatever so batlang say it.
Well, we are youth leagues of bigger branches. Youth League YCL is of SACP. ANC Youth League is the youth wing of ANC, the greater branch. But SASCO Independent Student Congress. Well, what inspired me to join politics is just when you look around and reflect on society, you can't help but want to make a change. And we are faced with a lot of socio-economic limitations and challenges. And you look at where you're coming from, you look at where you want to go. You look at where you're coming from, you look at where you want to go, you look at those around you, you realize that there needs to be a change on your campus. You know, campus is a reflection of society and politics is but one channel to champion those interests. So we are about student interest all the way.
I think it's passion for one, passion for politics, for our social issues. And I think we need students, vibrant students, to be involved in politics so that we can champion the cause, especially of students on campus and things like that, and wider societal interests. But it's passion, it's about wanting to make our society better and work for all people in a better, more just manner.
More can be done. Like Tasmina said, it's getting there, but definitely more can be done. And I think we need to start at branch level because, for example, when you look at an NEC and one makes a complaint that, but there's only a female or one female or two females, the truth is for someone to get into an NEC or a PC, they have to have led at branch level. We need to galvanize female interest in these issues at a lower level so that we can trickle up, because you can't have, for example, a female president of a particular youth league or if we're not chairing branches. So I think we need to work from the branch level and be realistic about our approach to create interest at a lower level, which will be reflective at the top, because I think the top is reflective of what's happening at the bottom. We need more activism at a bottom and at a bottom level, so that at the top, when we get there, we're ready to do it. But I think it's getting better. We're here.
Let's go for a quick break.